Oh, nigga. Yeah, we back for another one of the season. Hold up. I gotta put my disguise on. Oh. Yeah, nigga, I had to put my disguise on, y'all. I had to put my disguise on, man. Well, welcome back to the season, y'all. Look. It's episode 5, 6, 7. One of them motherfuckers, man. It's one of them motherfuckers. And shit, man, I've been over here for the past couple of days and trying to decide, like, damn, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I gonna talk about, man? What the fuck am I gonna talk about? Well, I guess I just decided to go with the easy shit right now, man. And being that it's election season or election time or one of them years or whatever, it's re-election. What's his name? What's the old dude? Biden. That motherfucker. Yeah, that punk motherfucker. He running for re-election against Trump, and I don't know, man. I didn't even bother really watching the debate because they said the debate was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They said that dude was incoherent, and at times he looked like he didn't know where the fuck he was at. You know, so. But lately, I guess, it's been, I don't know if this shit is real news or fake news. There's been a lot of like stuff saying that he may step down from his re-election little shit, and he just may step to the side and just finish out his term right now, and just may step to the side and let somebody else handle it. But in him doing so, who's gonna run now? And there's been a lot of speculation that the vice president, Kamala Harris, she may run as the president, the Democratic nominee, or however this shit may play out. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I pay a little bit attention to like the politics shit, and I don't know, man. I've been researching a little bit on Kamala Harris, and if, you know what I mean, it's like if dude stepped to the side and she was to run, it's like, you know, would black men actually hop behind her and vote for her? I can't really say. It's, you know, because her little political resume is kind of sketchy. You know, of course, everybody knows that she started out as a district attorney in Northern California. So, and during her term in Northern California, I did a little bit of research. I looked at the shit a little bit because, and then it kind of like, it maybe like changed my opinion of her or whatnot. But I don't know, man. There was some, because my opinion, first of all, of her was like, nah, fuck her. You know what I mean? Because first of all, she was a district attorney in Northern California, and true enough, she was like, while she was a district attorney, she was against the death penalty. You know, she was against the death penalty while she was a district attorney. So I read that she had like little programs and whatnot that, you know, for like violent offenders, that she would put these people in these programs and she would give them the means as far as like these non-violent offenders. She would give them, she would provide like alternatives instead of prison, which would whatever be counseling, yada yada, these type of programs where, you know, where they can pretty much like dodge going to prison, but in turn for them to apply for this program, they would have to plead guilty. They would have to plead guilty to whichever charge, whether it be drunk driving or selling weed or whatever. Part of the program is they would have to plead guilty, and however though, if they completed the program, then they had the possibility of getting the charge that they were charged for, getting it expunged. Okay. I don't know, man. It's like, you know, especially I guess like being a black woman, you know, and in politics, it's like walking a fine line. You know what I mean? One of my favorite lines that I like to tell people is some shit I seen on the cartoons, the Looney Tunes and Bugs Bunny and all that shit when I was a kid. And that's, you can't please all the people all the time. You can only please some of the people some of the time. And that's pretty much the fine line she was walking, because true enough, she made this little program for, you know, non-violent offenders to avoid going to prison, but nonetheless they would have to plead guilty to a felony. And who's to say they would be, you know, able to complete the program? If they didn't complete the program, the felony stick on your record, and everybody knows, you know, once you have a felony on your record, it's a whole different lifestyle or whatnot, you know. So okay, so she did that and yada yada yada, etc. Like, I guess like down the line, eventually she gets promoted to Attorney General in California. And once she's promoted to Attorney General, she flip-flops. And now she's defending the state's use of the death penalty, whereas when she was a district attorney, she was against the death penalty. So, yeah, it's a fine line in the politics shit, man. It's a fine line. And I seen like some of the research I did. I seen some of the shit. Whereas like when she was Attorney General, they, you know, California has a, you know what I'm saying, agenda where it's just lock motherfuckers up, especially motherfuckers look like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm born and raised in California. They answer to all that shit is just lock niggas up. Just lock niggas up. They got the 3 strikes law. You know, you steal a candy bar, they, you know, whatever. Before they actually softened the 3 strikes law, you steal a candy bar, you steal, everybody heard that shit. You steal a pizza, whatever, they throw you in jail. You got 2 strikes, 3 strikes, they give you a 3rd strike for stealing the pizza, well, yada, yada, yada. Okay, but I also seen some shit whereas I've been, you know, first time I went to prison in California was in 1997. And during 1997, I believe they had probably around, it was either that year or the year prior to that, they put a freeze on building prisons in California, because California is the lone state that has the most prisons out of the whole nation. They got like 33 prisons or some little shit. So it's a business, and nonetheless, it's, you know what I'm saying, they answer to everything is just locking a nigga up and throwing away the key. That's why I got the fuck up out of California. You know what I mean? They don't give a second thought about locking a nigga up and throwing away the key. That's their answer to all that shit. They got 33 prisons, you know what I'm saying? But check it out though. These prisons were overcrowded. And they were overcrowded for a long time, years and years and years. So the Supreme Court looks at these issues, and they trying to come up with answers as far as to solve the shit. And so they come up with these programs, yada yada yada, etc., to try and reduce recidivism or how you want to pronounce the shit. And so at the time they was trying to soften the 3 strikes law, and they was trying to let non-violent offenders up out of there. It's trying to get them out of there. Just drunk driving, if you sold some weed, or domestic violence, you know, they're trying to get them up out of there to make room for the most serious offenders. Okay, now while she was the Attorney General, okay, now the Supreme Court is making these calls and making these decisions that, no, this is what we're going to do. We got to release a certain amount of inmates because California prisons is overpopulated. It's overcrowded. I done been in there. And I seen the shit firsthand where they have people in the gyms. It was so overcrowded where they were putting people in the gyms. The gyms shoot basketball and all that shit. No, they was putting bunk beds in that motherfucker, man. They was putting bunk beds in that motherfucker, and you had like 100 motherfuckers had to share 2 toilets or some little shit. You know what I'm saying? She was fighting tooth and nail to keep these non-violent offenders in jail. And her excuse for that was, no. We need the free labor. That's what her shit was. That's why she was fighting tooth, and that was her main excuse for fighting this shit and ignoring the decisions that the Supreme Court made. The Supreme Court is saying, no, let these people out. And she's like, she ignoring it. She fighting tooth and nail. No. We need them, man, because it's free labor, and we need these mattresses made because we only paying these inmates about 2 cents a day or some little shit. And that's exactly the pay rate they do. Motherfuckers wake up in jail and they go to work and they make mattresses, license plates, or whatever the fuck they making. But they making the shit for like pennies, you know what I mean? And it's basically damn near like slave labor. You know what I mean? It's basically like slave labor. And she was not letting go of it. She was like, no, we need that slave labor. No, we need that slave. That's helping us. We need that slave. So, of course, she was fighting that little shit. But at the same time, she was doing like other little shit, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like when she was a district attorney, like I said, she was fighting against the death penalty. But once she become attorney general, she's for the death penalty. My whole thing is this: she was flip flopping. You know what I mean? She was flip flopping. You know, whichever position I guess was like, or opinion was the most politically correct for her, which whatever opinion benefited to her is the one she was riding with. So now, bam, okay, fast forward nowadays, and Joe Biden is, you know, he's running for re-election, and we all know dude is like anybody can see that dude is probably like in the early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's. He don't know where the fuck he's at. You know, he could wake up one day and he don't know where he's at. He don't know if he done took a crap in his drawers, or he don't know where he's at. You know what I mean? So it's like, if something happens to him, or if he decide, if his handlers really get to him and finally convince him that, you know, you need to step down, man, because with you continuing on this rate, we're not going to win the ticket. We're not going to win the election. Then she comes into play. Okay, now, and my little shit right now is like, would the black man vote for her? That's the question at hand right now. Would a black man, because I'm only speaking from my point of view, would a black man vote for Kamala Harris as president? That's a good question, y'all. And the brothers out there, would y'all vote for her? I don't know, man. She just, you know, her opinions is, you know, they change like they change as often as her granny panties. You know what I'm saying? Which is probably, you know, every other day or whatnot. You know, shit. You know, but that's a good question. I you know, the political aspect of the shit. You know, I only see the shit every now and then. I don't really give it, because the shit, the political system, the election shit, it's rigged. Everybody know. If you as old as me, you were there to see George Bush steal the election twice. He stole the shit once, and then he stole the shit twice right in front of your face, and didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So the shit is fixed from the jump. Right off the dribble, the shit is fixed. Okay. So we sitting here and we think, like, would a black man vote for Kamala Harris? And I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just like, I don't think that if America voted her in as president, I don't think that she could come to a table United Nations or whatever with all the world leaders, I don't think they would respect her being that she's a woman. I don't think they would respect her, and I really don't think they would. I really don't think, especially her being a black woman. Especially, you know, sisters get a whole lot of shit. The brothers get a whole lot of shit. The sisters get a whole lot of shit too. But I don't think they would really, when amongst a round table where the world's top nations are ruled by men, I don't think she could come to the table, and I don't think they would respect her. I really don't think they would respect her. They wouldn't. You know what I mean? I think she would be a laughing stock, and I don't think America would advance or make any progress with her leading us. You know, being is that her opinions on certain social issues, vital certain issues, it changes with the season. You know, she don't stick to one shit. You know what I mean? So that's a little thing right there. It's like, I don't know, man. I've never voted a day in my life because, you know, the system is imperfect. It's ruled by man. Man is imperfect. So it's always going to be flawed. But once, you know what I mean, if we decide to put a woman in lead, I don't know how America would look at that, or how if they would be willing to jump behind that, a woman leading, especially a black woman. You know, the sisters, they get a whole lot of blowback, you know, whether or not, you know, I'm on the fence whether or not they deserve the blowback or not, but, you know, but still, you know what I'm saying? As a sister, I don't think the population, I don't think America will be ready to get behind her. We try and paint the picture that we've progressed so much from slavery, and we've progressed so much from the old ass train of thoughts. I don't think they try and paint the picture that we have, but in all reality, America hasn't. They haven't. You know what I'm saying? They haven't. It's, you know, some arcane ideology. They haven't. They just want to paint the picture as though they have, but in all reality, they haven't, man. You know. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, man, if she gets on the ticket, and if dude, because I think that more or less that the election it's already a wrap. Trump already gonna win. The little fake assassination attempt, that's pretty much like sealed the deal on it. You know, Trump gonna win. You know what I mean? It's a done deal. Trump gonna win it. You know, he gonna come back, and he gonna get back to building his wall and this, that, and that. That's a whole nother conversation. That is indeed a whole nother conversation. But, you know, the Democrats gonna take a L on this year, you know, and Trump coming back to office, you know, just, you know, I hope he, you know, get some more jobs and get back to building the wall, because it's, you know what I'm saying, I seen some shit. He talking about the biggest deportation effort ever in history. He gonna get all these motherfuckers that Biden just let up in here thinking that he gonna get some voters, whatever. All these one, Trump gonna get them up out of here. You know what I mean? And he gonna get them up out of here. In all reality, you know, I don't know, man. I don't want to offend nobody, but you know, it's like, come on, man. It's the land of milk and honey, and motherfuckers coming over here taking advantage of these opportunities. And but hold up, what about the motherfuckers that this country was built on the back of? You know what I'm saying? We've been over here. We was brought over here not by choice. Motherfuckers was forced over here. Shit, we don't get none of this shit. All the money that they all coming up with to funnel into these wars in Israel, and these funnel into the wars and over there, what's that country that Russia raided, and all them motherfuckers, all this money that was funneled into all this shit, you know what I'm saying, is totaling up to trillions. They got trillions to fund these other wars. They got trillions to fund these immigrants, but yet the brothers and sisters and all that, so you ain't got no money for reparations, huh? They tell us, oh, we need we say when we say what's up with the reparations, America like, oh man, we ain't got it, man. We kind of short, man. We ain't got it, but yet you got money for all this other stuff. So, and that's the type of shit the Democrats is on. That's the type of shit the Democrats are on, and that's the type of shit she gonna be on. It's not like, you know what I'm saying. Obviously, if shit didn't get done when Obama was in office, if you know what I'm saying, what's gonna be the difference? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers had ventriloquists had their hand up Obama's ass, and he was just a puppet. You know what I mean? And if and it's like I like to think that, you know what I'm saying, if ever a president is nominated and has a Latino background or whatnot, he's gonna look out for his people. He's gonna make sure his people is taken care of. If ever a president get up there and he have any type of Latino ancestry or background, he is gonna look out for his people. And he's gonna make sure that, you know, the borders are weakened and more of his people come up over here and they're taken care of and all that. So she ain't gonna do that shit. She get in office, which I highly doubt. She's not gonna get in office. She may. Realistically, motherfuckers ain't gonna vote for her, man. As much as, like I said, as much as America likes to think they've progressed from slavery and the chauvinistic views that, you know, America has created as far as women, America ain't ready to be led by a woman. It's not. They not, man. America is not ready to be led by a woman. They not. Especially a black woman. Especially. That's a no-go, bro. It's not happening. It's not happening. Not saying that if she got into office, she may do some good. I highly doubt, but hey, who's to say? She may, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, it's just that, I don't know, man. It's kind of cloudy right now, man. It's kind of cloudy right now, man. I don't know, man. But I do know for one thing, I think that Trump is coming back, man. He's coming back, man. Hopefully, you know, do something with this economy. Motherfuckers stay working, all this type of shit. He get these motherfuckers that jumped over the fence, send them back to where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Save us some money. Because I'm seeing shit where, you know what I'm saying, these motherfuckers is coming over here. These motherfuckers is getting all type of, like, housing. These motherfuckers is getting health care benefits. These motherfuckers is getting what's that little debit cards and all with $1,400 a month and all this type of shit, and they putting them in the black communities too. That's the trip. They putting these people that's coming over here illegal. They putting them in the black communities. Man, put them in Beverly Hills, man. Shit, fuck that, man. Put them up there with y'all, man. But they determined to put them in the black community, so when crime is committed, that attributes to the crime rates within the black communities and this, that, and the other. And I just see her, if she come into office, continuing with that and just turn a blind eye to it. I don't see her being as, you know, making a benefit to the blacks. If she come in there, I don't think she gonna benefit any blacks coming if she come in the office. Nothing. She gonna have a motherfucker hand up her ass too and be a puppet. That's all it is. You know, they say they always paint these empty promises and never pull through on them. This old ass motherfucker was just out here the other day, like a couple days ago, man. Speaking at an NAACP convention. You know, he had to do some brown nosing. It's election time, so he had to do some brown nosing. But I don't know, man. What y'all think, man? Just say like, we're gonna paint a hypothetical situation. This is what we're gonna do, a hypothetical situation. If for some reason dude does not step down, he decided to push through with his re-election effort, bam, he gets reelected, and then he's not doing good. He's looking like he's walking around on one leg, and he's with 2 or 3% of his mind facilities intact. Now, a year into his second term, he's deemed unfit, and he can't carry out the rest of his term. She gonna automatically come in there and run the show. Then what? You know, it's just, I don't think it's not gonna be beneficial to us. It's not gonna be beneficial to us because everybody that gets up in there in office, they look out for the people that put them in office. Donald Trump, he get up in there, yeah, he say that, oh, this, you taking from black jobs, oh no, yeah, okay, well, he might look out for us a little bit down the road, like in maybe the second or third year into his second term, but coming the first year or whatever, he gonna look out for the 1%ers that put him in office. Whether they not gonna look, and the people that put him in office, they don't look like me. He gonna look, but he's guaranteed he's gonna look out for them first. He may look out after, and then after he's finished looking out for them, then he may double back and look out for us. But first and foremost, first on his agenda is to look out for those 1%ers, those rich motherfuckers that put him in office. The motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that necessarily don't look like me. Now, when she gets in office, what's she gonna do? She's gonna look out for, you know, whoever her handlers decide that she need to look out for. And it ain't gonna be the people that look like me. And it ain't gonna be the people that look like her. So, yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I've been like mulling over. You know, I was gonna have a call-in guest, but I started kind of late, man. And motherfuckers is asleep right about now, man. Motherfuckers is asleep right about now, man. So, yeah, it's like, so the question, would y'all vote for Kamala Harris if she became the Democratic nominee? Or would y'all support her if Sleepy Joe pulls a miracle out of his ass and wins this election, and then somewhere down the line, you know what I'm saying, he's deemed inappropriate or incapable of carrying out, you know, the second term, and she has to step in? Would the American people support her, or would the American people do everything they could to get her up out of there? That's a good question. That's a very good question. I see shit in the movies all the time. I was watching a movie the other day, and it was a female president. And it's good for the movies. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. It's good for the movies because, like I said, it paints the picture like America has moved past slavery. You know what I'm saying? They moved past it. We're so progressive. Oh, we could put a woman in office and have it. No. That shit is only good for Hollywood, man. I don't think that, in all reality, I don't think the American people, I don't think they there yet. I don't think they there yet. Eventually, at some day, I think maybe they may, but I highly doubt that the American people are ready to actually jump behind a black woman being president and following her lead. And that's a no-go, bro. I don't think they ready yet. It's as much as everybody likes to paint the picture in their imaginations that they would. Unfortunately, they're not. Reality says they're not. Yeah, I don't think it's nah, man. Hell nah. Hell nah. Everybody, one of the main things I always hear is like, oh man, when she go on a period, she gonna lead us into war. I'm like, man, I'm like, damn, when she go on her period and go PMSing and shit, she gonna take us to war or some of those shit. I don't know, man. That's that's some bullshit. I don't know, man. But I do really think that, nah, they ain't ready for a female president, man. Ain't ready for a female president. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a very, 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 very long time before a black person get back up in office, man. It's gonna be a very long time. They felt that by putting Obama in office, that was just some shit to like shut us up. Like, okay, we put one of y'all in office now. Shut the fuck up, man. We gave y'all a chance. We did that. Okay, now back to normal program. Let's get a white person up in there. That was just some shit to pacify us. And you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a very, very, very long time before a person of color or any type of other ethnicity other than white get in, be president, and lead this country. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what the snap think. What y'all think? What I'm going to do, man, leave the comments or follow, subscribe, whatever the fuck this shit is, man. It's going to be down there in the links, or I don't know, man. I just get on the talking, man. I just do the talking shit, come up with the subject shit, man. Yeah, man. I'm about to take me a shot. Probably drink me another beer. Pass the fuck out, man. It's the season. This episode, what's this? 5, 6? It's 6, 7. One of them motherfuckers, man. I don't know, man. Glad y'all tuned in. Snap love, y'all.